would show that the traffic is now being diverted from this side because the lanes beyond that has been completely been blocked by Delhi police. Heavy deployment of Delhi police and central forces there. No one is being led inside near the Arvind Kejriwal's lane. Let me tell you, there are huge barricades which have been put on the lane, and no one is being allowed to reach the Arvind Kejriwal's residence. The Delhi police has made 2 layers of barricading, and they have stopped each and everyone. The protesters had reached there, but they are now being taken away. If we can see the visuals, now they are being carried away. And Arvind Kejriwal is still inside his premises, and there are around 7-8 ED officials inside his premise. We are trying to gather more information what is happening
Rame,
inside
stay with us, Rame, as I get our viewers another breaking development that is coming in this story. The joint CP Ravinder Yadav has now gone inside Arvind Kejriwal's residence. The Delhi top cop is now inside Arvind Kejriwal's residence. And he is, in fact, joining that 12-member team of Enforcement Directorate who is questioning the Delhi Chief Minister in the liquor gate. But on your screens are also visuals of AAP leaders who were taken away, detained by the police. They were protesting outside the residence of the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, along with senior leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party. Atishi also there, saying that this is, in fact, a witch hunt being done by the centre, by the BJP government. But the latest coming in is that joint CP Ravinder Yadav has now also reached the Delhi Chief Minister's residence. The AAP legal team has met with the SC Registrar General. Remember, the Aam Aadmi Party had sought the Supreme Court's urgent hearing in this matter. And the legal team has now met with the SC Registrar General.
इस वक्त सब लोगों को मालूम है कि अब से महज 2-2.5 घंटे पहले हाई कोर्ट के पास पूरा का पूरा मामला था। हाई कोर्ट ने ईडी को समय दिया है 22 अप्रैल तक का कि आप अपना जवाब दाखिल करें कि अरविंद केजरीवाल की गिरफ्तारी क्यों ज़रूरी है। और अब जिस तरीके से ईडी अरविंद जी के घर में फिलहाल है, बाहर पुलिस का बड़ा बंदोबस्त दिख रहा है, घर के अंदर जाने की मनाही है, उनके फ़ोन से ना मुख्यमंत्री जी से ना उनके सचिव से कम्युनिकेशन नहीं हो पा रहा है। ऐसा लगता है कि ईडी वालों ने उनके फ़ोन्स वगैरह भी ले लिए हैं। पूरा का पूरा अंदेशा ये है कि अंदर रेड चल रही है जी, और बहुत जल्द उनको गिरफ्तार करने वाले हैं। एक बात इससे साफ है, अगर प्रधानमंत्री जी को किसी से डर लगता है तो वो अरविंद केजरीवाल है। अगर नरेंद्र मोदी जी का विकल्प इस देश में कोई है तो वो अरविंद केजरीवाल हैं। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को हो सकता है वो आज गिरफ्तार करेंगे।
और मैं प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को ये भी बता दूं कि अरविंद केजरीवाल एक आदमी नहीं है, अरविंद केजरीवाल एक विचार है। आप एक अरविंद केजरीवाल को जेल में डालोगे, सैकड़ों अरविंद केजरीवाल खड़े हो जाएंगे इस देश के संविधान को बचाने के लिए।
तो अभी क्या आप अंदर जा रही हैं?
अभी तो देखिए, अंदर जाने का सवाल नहीं है। अभी तो पुलिस यहाँ पे भारी संख्या में तैनात है, तो अभी हम यहीं पे इंतजार करेंगे।
भी आएंगे क्या? और आप लोगों के नेता या कार्यकर्ता आ रहे हैं, खबर मिल रही जैसे जैसे?
वो तो स्वाभाविक है। आप ऐसे लोकप्रिय मुख्यमंत्री को गिरफ्तार करने की कोशिश करेंगे तो मुझे पूरा भरोसा है कि पूरी दिल्ली भर से लोग आएंगे। दिल्ली के लोग अरविंद केजरीवाल से प्यार करते हैं। दिल्ली के
24 has been imposed. The cops are making sure that no protests can take place. In fact, right now also very dramatic scenes unfold. I request my camera person to show you here. Detentions are taking place right now as well. Protesters are being picked up and being forced away in these buses here. This is the back gate of the Kejriwal residence, where all of this is taking place. In fact, this is the second day. There are also similar scenes unfolding, but several supporters of Mr. Kejriwal have come in here time and again stating that the BJP is scared, and that is precisely why the Enforcement Directorate is coming here to apparently arrest Mr. Kejriwal. But the ED has only sounded one rhyme, that why has Mr. Kejriwal not appeared for the summons if there is nothing to hide. In fact, today there is a lot of heightened security here, and in a few hours from now we will know.
All right, the big breaking news that's coming in at this hour, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, in fact, has now been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. The questions the whole evening was, will he, won't be, and now the news coming in is that Arvind Kejriwal, the Chief Minister of Delhi, has been arrested in the Liquor Gate case that the Enforcement Directorate was and is probing. So the big breaking news of this are a lot of chaos in the national capital. Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi Chief Minister, being arrested. Remember, a 12-member ED team had reached his residence a few hours back, and they had a search warrant, and now he has been arrested.
Kejriwal, Delhi Chief Minister, has been arrested. He has been arrested in the alleged Delhi excise scam. All attempts by Arvind Kejriwal to make sure that his arrest does not take place fallen flat when Delhi High Court did not give any kind of interim relief. And Arvind Kejriwal will be brought here at ED's headquarters anytime soon. It could be just in matter of maybe an hour or so. And ED headquarters have formally arrested Arvind Kejriwal, alleged scam that started being investigated by the Enforcement Directorate on 20.
All right, so the big development that has taken place in the national capital after an hour-long raid and questioning of the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has now been arrested. Remember, he had been skipping the summons issued by the Enforcement Directorate, 9 summons that he had skipped. But now, a question that had arisen this evening was, will he or won't he be arrested? Now finally getting answered. He will be taken. It is believed that he will be taken to the Enforcement Directorate headquarters. But right now, the big breaking news that's coming in, Arvind Kejriwal being arrested after questioning by the Enforcement Directorate in the Liquor Gate case. Remember, Aam Aadmi Party leaders, senior leaders, Atishi, Saurabh Bhardwaj, along with the workers of the Aam Aadmi Party, had gathered outside his residence. They were protesting against this search, this questioning, and now we know the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal. Section 144 having been imposed in this case. A few of them have also been detained, AAP leaders by the Delhi police. But the big breaking news coming.
इतनी भारी संख्या में पैरामिलिट्री फोर्सेस यहाँ पे स्टेशन थे कि आज ईडी अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को अरेस्ट करने के लिए आ रही है। अरविंद केजरीवाल का अरेस्ट भारतीय जनता पार्टी की और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की एक राजनीतिक साजिश है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को अगर किसी एक नेता से डर लगता है तो वो नेता अरविंद केजरीवाल है। 2 साल में जब से इस केस का इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है, 2 साल में 1 रुपए की भी रिकवरी ना ईडी ना सीबीआई कर पाई है। 500 से ज्यादा अफसर इस केस में लगे हुए थे, 1000 से ज्यादा रेड्स हुए। आम आदमी पार्टी के नेताओं के घर, मंत्रियों के घर, उनके ऑफिसेज में हर जगह रेड हुई, लेकिन उसके बावजूद 1 रुपया आज तक नहीं मिला है। तो आज लोकसभा का चुनाव अनाउंस होने के बाद अरविंद केजरीवाल का अरेस्ट एक राजनीतिक साजिश है। लेकिन मैं प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को कहना चाहती हूं कि अरविंद केजरीवाल सिर्फ एक इंसान नहीं है, अरविंद केजरीवाल एक विचार है। अगर आपको लगता है कि एक अरविंद केजरीवाल को गिरफ्तार करके आप इस विचार को खत्म कर सकते हो तो आपको गलत लगता है।
After Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi Chief Minister, has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. This has been an extremely dramatic evening in the national capital, with the Delhi Chief Minister first being questioned by the Enforcement Directorate at his residence in the Liquorgate case. And now, after a 2-hour-long raid and questioning, the Delhi Chief Minister now being arrested in the Liquorgate case. Remember, a few other AAP leaders remain in custody as we speak, and as Arvind Kejriwal is being arrested, he will be taken to the ED headquarters. And there has been heavy security deployment at his residence as well. Remember, a few AAP workers have been detained by the police as well. 9 summons had been issued to Arvind Kejriwal. All 9 were skipped by the Delhi Chief Minister, citing various reasons. But today, after the High Court rejected the stay on coercive action against the Delhi Chief Minister in this case, a 12-member ED team had reached the residence of Arvind Kejriwal and arrested him now.
The question is, what happens next? The Aam Aadmi Party is a party that was born on the streets of the national capital. They are good at agitating. They are good at holding dharnas. So one assumes that tomorrow is going to be a day of agitations and dharnas. Of course, the Aam Aadmi Party did try to stall this arrest. They had approached the Supreme Court of India, put an email, but the Supreme Court of India, has decided in its wisdom that they won't be hearing the matter tonight, which means now an arrest has already happened, which means the procedure will be completely different. There will be a bail application being put in, but do remember that the charges under which Mr. Kejriwal has been arrested, PMLA charges, very, very tough to get bail. Is that why those charges have been put? This arrest coming bang in the middle of elections. So tomorrow is going to be a day of high drama after an evening of high drama, ladies and gentlemen. You're taking a look at the pictures that came to us earlier this evening, where an Enforcement Directorate team almost 2 hours ago knocked at Mr. Arvind Kejriwal's residence. Was he expecting this knock? Perhaps he was, Shreya, given the fact that the Delhi High Court had already refused him any protection from arrest. So he should have been expecting this knock, but was he expecting this arrest? Well, the Aam Aadmi Party has been saying as much for the last couple of months, that the BJP and the Enforcement Directorate have been laying the grounds to arrest Mr. Kejriwal. It seems their predictions have come true.
Absolutely. Let me also go across to Zishan Haider, political analyst, and Asif Bhamla, political analyst, joining us on the broadcast. Asif Bhamla, to you first. Aam Aadmi Party chief and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal now being arrested, but the AAP accusing the BJP and the centre of a political witch hunt right ahead of the crucial general elections. All right, we'll try and reconnect with Asif Bhamla, but Zishan Haider is with us on Nation Tonight. Zishan Haider, Arvind Kejriwal now being arrested. This was a question that was being asked since evening today. Will he be, won't he be? But now we know that he has been arrested. But the AAP, of course, saying that this is a political witch hunt and that the ED and the CBI have not been able to prove anything against the AAP leader in the Liquorgate case.
देखिए श्रेया, जैसा कि आप जानती हैं कि पहले भी लगातार 2 महीने से माननीय श्री अरविंद केजरीवाल और उनकी टीम यही कह रही थी कि मोदी सरकार बिल्कुल जब तक 2024 के इलेक्शन होंगे उससे पहले ही गिरफ्तार करेगी और करके ही मानेगी, क्योंकि ये एक तानाशाही है और सबको पता है कि पिछले 1-1.5 साल में आप देखने मनीष सिसोदिया के साथ क्या हुआ कि कोर्ट ने कई बार ये पूछा कि कोई सबूत तो लाओ, कहीं से कोई रिकवरी तो लाओ, कोई एक पैसा तो दिखाओ। लेकिन देखिए, जब अहंकार बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाता है ना, और खास तौर से एक ये दिमाग में बैठ जाता है कि भाई ये शख्स है जिसको किसी भी तरह हमें हाशिए पे लाना है, इसको यहाँ से हटा देना है, अपने सामने से हटा देना, क्योंकि एक यही शख्स जो है हमें टक्कर दे सकता है पूरे हिंदुस्तान भर में, क्योंकि इतने कम समय में जिस पार्टी ने सारे लोगों को चौंका दिया कि हाँ भाई अरविंद केजरीवाल और आम आदमी पार्टी कैसी पार्टी है। 1.5 साल में आप ये साबित नहीं कर सके मनीष सिसोदिया को भी, संजय सिंह को भी, और आखिरकार आपको 2024 से पहले केजरीवाल को गिरफ्तार करना ही था। ये आपकी जिद थी, ये आपका हट था, ये आपका अहंकार, ये आपकी तानाशाही।
एक चीज याद रखनी पड़ेगी
जी।
नहीं जीशान जी, लेकिन एक बात याद रखनी पड़ेगी आपको और हमारे सारे दर्शकों को भी कि आज जब दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट में मैटर था कि प्रोटेक्शन दी जाए या नहीं दी जाए अरविंद केजरीवाल को अगेंस्ट अरेस्ट, तो कोर्ट ने वो सारा मटेरियल दिखाया बेस्ड ऑन विच ईडी उनको समन्स के लिए बुला रही थी, और वो सारा मटेरियल कोर्ट ने देखा और कोर्ट को लगा कि नहीं भाई वो बुला रही है तो सही चीज के लिए बुला रही है और इसलिए उनको प्रोटेक्शन नहीं देना चाहता है। श्रेया, आई जस्ट आल्सो क्विकली वांट टू पॉइंट आउट टू आवर व्यूअर्स एंड टू आवर गेस्ट्स हु आर जॉइनिंग अस दिस इवनिंग, आई कुड बी रॉन्ग बट आई डोंट थिंक आई एम. Arvind Kejriwal today has made history. He is the first sitting chief minister in the country to have been arrested by the agencies. Hemant Soren, if you remember, had resigned, has tendered his resignation before being arrested. He had an inclination, much like Arvind Kejriwal, that he will be arrested. So he had resigned, but Mr. Arvind Kejriwal actually chose not to resign. If you remember, there was that entire poll done, that phone poll done on the people of Delhi to say if
they had a referendum from the people of Delhi as to whether he should be operating and governing Delhi from within the jail. And of course, we'll have to see if that's going to work out.
But right now,
not.
the Aam Aadmi Party this evening has also made it very clear that Arvind Kejriwal may be arrested, but he will continue to be the Chief Minister of Delhi. So now you have Arvind Kejriwal.
But it's going to be very difficult, Shreya, from within the jail to actually run a government.
Of course.
And we will have to see if and when that happens.
And the party is largely also, many people can say it's personality driven.
Yes.
It's Aam Aadmi Party is Arvind Kejriwal and Arvind Kejriwal is the Aam Aadmi Party. So how does this party go into elections without its head outside jail? I mean,
but also, Shreya, a lot of this drama also playing into the sympathy for Aam Aadmi Party ahead of the elections. But Asif Bhamla, let me come to you. Are you able to hear me? The AAP has been alleging since day one that this is a political witch hunt and that the CBI and the ED have not been able to prove anything substantial in the courts.
The man who was posed, of clean politics is playing, the cat and the mouse in a corruption case. And I think the country...
I request you, Asif Bhamla, I'll come back to you. Let me just go across to my colleague Bhavtosh, who's joining us from outside the residence of Delhi Chief Minister. All right, Bhavtosh, you're there. Dramatic scenes being played out. Arvind Kejriwal getting arrested. What's the latest that's happening there?
Well, I'm at ED headquarters in New Delhi, and Arvind Kejriwal, who has been formally arrested, will be brought here at ED headquarters. You can see security arrangements have been increased. His arrest has taken place at around 9 p.m. and arrest memo has been served to him, to his family members and to him, and grounds of arrest are being read. Dramatic turns of events since last evening, in fact, when Arvind Kejriwal moved a petition seeking that some kind of, at least Delhi High Court should give some kind of interim relief to him. That was the second petition that he moved yesterday evening, in which he had said that he is willing to join the investigation if interim relief is given to him. But that did not happen, and then in a dramatic turn of events at around 7 p.m., ED officials reached his residence. After recording his statement, questioning him, he has been arrested. His arrest has taken place. A case that started on 23rd August 2022, which has seen many high-profile arrests, would not get as bigger as this. Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal, a serving chief minister, has been arrested. A few months back, Hemant Soren was arrested, and opposition has been saying that this agency, the Federal Probe Agency Enforcement Directorate, has been used by the centre, by BJP, to target.
Bhavtosh, a quick question. to you here. Can you please help our viewers understand, viewers who are joining us on this broadcast, what happens from here on? Arvind Kejriwal has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. He is being brought to the ED headquarters where you are reporting from. What do we expect from here on? I'm assuming he'll spend the night at the ED headquarters. What happens through the night, and then what happens tomorrow morning?
Well, as this is the ED headquarters, it has a lockup. K. Kavita has also been lodged here. And what can happen is that obviously will happen is Arvind Kejriwal will be produced in a Delhi court. He's probably the biggest leader after Sheila Dikshit that Delhi has seen. He's someone who is known to everyone in Delhi, and his arrest obviously will have a very big impact as far as Delhi politics is concerned. And ED says that they have a very strong case against him. Remember, this is a probe that has not started just a few months back. It started way back in August 2022. And ED has said that whatever they have to say will become public when Arvind Kejriwal will be produced in the court. They have nothing to hide. They have shown their files to the Delhi High Court. Papers have even been submitted in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court Justice's Khanna bench has said, yes, there is a money trail.
Bhavtosh, the additional Solicitor General today in the Delhi High Court said, let Mr. Arvind Kejriwal respond to the summons. Aisa nahi hai that on the first phase of questioning or the second phase of questioning that leaders are arrested, almost believing the other party to believe that even if he is questioned, he will not be arrested. Is this usual? The sequence of events that we have seen this evening leading up to Mr. Kejriwal's arrest, is it usual? Is it the usual practice of the Enforcement Directorate?
Well, as far as ED is concerned, Shriya, ED has done some very dramatic arrests, some very high-profile arrests. Their arrests have been questioned. Opposition has targeted them. Just few months back, Hemant Soren has been arrested. Jharkhand Chief Minister has been arrested. That matter went to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court did not Supreme Court, in fact, did not give any kind of relief to Hemant Soren. So we have seen some high-profile arrests taking place. And ED has always said that if their arrests are illegal, then court obviously should give relief to the individuals who are being arrested. But individuals who have been arrested have been remanded to ED's custody. The trials are going on. But the manner in which these arrests have taken place and the frequency of these arrests that have happened is something that opposition has pointed out. And remember, this arrest has taken place after dates of general election have been announced. Will opposition unite and question this arrest? Will Supreme Court intervene in this matter is something that only time will tell. But one of the biggest arrests that ED has carried out in recent times has finally happened. Arvind Kejriwal has been arrested. What he was fearing, what Aam Aadmi Party has actually happened. Arvind Kejriwal has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate at around 9:15. The exact time will be known once the arrest memo becomes public. But dramatic turn of events. For past 2-3 days, he was trying to get some kind of relief from the Delhi High Court. That did not happen. And ED went to his residence at around 7 p.m. Then after 2 hours of questioning, arrested him.
All right, Bhavtosh, you keep an eye on that, and we'll keep coming back to you for the latest that's happening at the ED office. Let me also go across to my colleague Mohit Bhatt, who's joining us with the Delhi BJP chief. Let's listen into what he has to say.
Well, yes, in fact, it's a big development that has come out that Arvind Kejriwal, Delhi Chief Minister, has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. And to talk to us more on that, we have Delhi BJP President Virendra Sachdeva. सचदेवा जी, जिस प्रकार से आज हाई कोर्ट में जो डेवलपमेंट्स हुई, जिस प्रकार से हाई कोर्ट ने प्रोटेक्शन नहीं दी उनको, उसके बाद ईडी की टीम वहां पहुंची है, खबर ये आ रही है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल को अरेस्ट कर लिया जाएगा. क्या पहला रिएक्शन होगा?
देखिए, माननीय हाई कोर्ट ने जब आज चैम्बर में बुला के वो दस्तावेज देखे थे और उसके बाद ये कह दिया था कि आपको जांच में जाना पड़ेगा, तभी स्पष्ट हो गया था कि उन दस्तावेजों से माननीय कोर्ट भी संतुष्ट है. और अब तक दिल्ली में जिस तरह से शराब की नदियां बहाई जा रही थी, जिस तरह से शराब नीति में घोटाला किया गया, जिस तरह से चोरी की गई, अरविंद केजरीवाल की झूठ और लूट की सरकार इसके पाप का घड़ा भर चुका था. इसका अंत तो होना ही था.
सर, आतिशी से लेकर आम आदमी पार्टी के विधायक और नेता ये कह रहे हैं कि अरविंद केजरीवाल इस्तीफा नहीं देंगे, जेल से सरकार चलेगी।
देखिए, वो उन्होंने क्या कहना है वो उनकी अपनी निष्ठा है, लेकिन मुझे सबसे पहले रामनिवास गोयल के जिस बयान पे आपत्ति है कि वो वहां एक प्रदर्शनकारी की तरह खड़े हैं। आप विधानसभा के स्पीकर हैं, अगर आपको इस तरह की बयानबाजी करनी है तो पहले इस्तीफा दीजिए अपने विधानसभा स्पीकर से। इनका जो पूरा चरित्र है आम आदमी पार्टी का, इनमें नैतिकता कुछ नहीं है, कोई प्रिंसिपल्स नहीं है, ये सिर्फ गुंडागर्दी और गुंडों की भाषा बोलते हैं।
अभी अरविंद केजरीवाल और के अरेस्ट के बाद पूरा वहां पे कार्डर पहुंचा हुआ है, प्रोटेस्ट वो कर रहे हैं, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में हियरिंग की मांग की। एक बड़ा मुद्दा है, आप लोग सड़क से लेके विधानसभा से लेके हर जगह आपने प्रदर्शन किया और आपने ये कहा कि एक ना एक दिन जांच की आंच अरविंद केजरीवाल तक आएगी और शायद यही हुआ है। आम आदमी पार्टी कह रही है चुनाव से पहले ही क्यों?
अरविंद केजरीवाल के भ्रष्टाचार को लेकर लगातार भारतीय जनता पार्टी पिछले 1.5-2 साल से सड़कों पर प्रदर्शन कर रही थी। उनको प्रदर्शन करते हुए देखते अच्छा लग रहा मुझे, कम से कम सड़क पे तो उतरे, लेकिन अच्छी चीज के लिए उतरते। एक भ्रष्टाचारी और जिन लोगों ने चोरी की उनको बचाने के लिए उतरना उनकी नैतिकता को दिखाता है।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट से आज रात को ही सुनवाई की मांग करी है,
वो इसके लिए स्वतंत्र है, जा सकते हैं, मामला तो न्यायालय ने करना ही है।
So there you heard the first reaction coming in from Virendra Sachdeva, who clearly says that they have been protesting on streets in Vidhan Sabha, and Virendra Sachdeva was the one who, for the first time, came out from many days. He has been saying this, that in the end, the kingpin, according to him and the BJP, is Arvind Kejriwal, and hence we see that today he has been arrested, while the Aam Aadmi Party says that Arvind Kejriwal will not resign, their government will run from the jail. Back to in studio.
Interesting. Aam Aadmi Party still saying that Arvind Kejriwal will remain Delhi's chief minister. Asif Bhamla, you wanted to make a point. Please go ahead.
It's very unfortunate that the man who claimed to be the messiah of clean politics is now playing the cat and the mouse in the corruption case. You see, the team wants. I mean, how can you? I mean, whoever you are, you can't be entitled because you're a CM to have an inquiry at your doorstep. There are courts, there are agencies who are here that are established by according to the law. जो संविधान के तहत बनी हुई आप उनका भी उल्लंघन करना चाहते हो कि नहीं? आप हमारी जांच हमारे घर में करिए भाई, ये क्यों आपके लिए सेपरेट स्ट्रीट? नो, let me complete. I did not interject, please. So give me a fair time. I will listen to what your queries are. So now he's running helter-shelter to avoid, not to turn up for the summons, and he's skipping the summons not for the first, second, for the 8th time. When the order is in your favor, you're happy about it. But if it's the other way, you badmouth the court. That's not how you go about it. Delhi High Court has refused. So abhi a victim uska card play kar rahe ho. Summons was given, and he was the propagator of India against corruption. And now it is unfortunate that a man who proposed and propagated and who was one of the biggest faces, the country had faith in him to, propagate this idea against corruption, against the Congress.
Okay.
He fought. And now he himself has become a victim of this.
Mr. Bhamla, just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute, Mr. Bhamla. Okay, Mr. Bhamla. Here's the question to you then.
सरकार में ये possible नहीं है. It's not done.
See, everyone is equal, Mr. Bhamla, everyone is equal before the law. There is no doubt about that. But the opposition says, why does this law only work against opposition parties? Look at the ED's record. The Indian Express, a leading newspaper in this country, did a stellar investigation.
धीरे धीरे ट्रैफिक को आगे बढ़ाया जा रहा है। ये देखिए, दिल्ली पुलिस ने तमाम लोगों को, आने वाले लोगों को रोका है। यहाँ पर एक बस लगा दी गई है, अगर कोई कार्यकर्ता आता है तो उसे डिटेन भी किया जाएगा। और आगे की तस्वीर में बताऊं तो यही वो गेट है जिससे थोड़ी देर बाद अरविंद केजरीवाल की तस्वीर नजर आ सकती है, जिसमें वो ईडी की टीम के साथ देख सकते हैं। तमाम तस्वीरें देखिए किस तरीके से पूरे रूट को तैयार किया जा रहा है अगर अरविंद केजरीवाल को इस गेट से लेकर निकलते हैं। लेकिन संभावना इसी गेट की है, ये गेट नंबर 2 है उनकी सोसाइटी का, जहां पर कम से कम ट्रैफिक को रखा गया है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा पुलिस को रखा गया है ताकि उन्हें आसानी से लेकर निकला जा सके। और आप देखिए कि किस तरीके से दिल्ली पुलिस के जवान लगातार रास्ते को खाली करा रहे हैं।
News that we are breaking on our screens right now, Shreya, is an important one. We are now being told that the Aam Aadmi Party, of course, Mr. Kejriwal will be taken to the ED office. That is something that will happen. He'll be produced in court on March 22nd. That is news coming in against standard operating procedure. There will be a medical test that will be conducted. So all that is standard operating procedure. But the point is, will moving the Supreme Court right now really help the Aam Aadmi Party and Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, given the fact that an arrest has already happened? Had the arrest not happened and the Supreme Court would have, interjected and given him protection against the arrest, that was a different matter. But now the arrest has already happened. A different set of rules now apply, which means you will have to go to court. You will have to apply for bail, etc. So maybe approaching the Supreme Court right now may not help the Aam Aadmi Party. We don't know. We'll see how
that's what they've tweeted, Shreya. Atishi and Saurabh Bhardwaj both have tweeted that the Aam Aadmi Party has in fact reached out to the Supreme Court for an urgent hearing tonight itself. So there's no clarity yet on what the Supreme Court has said on the hearing tonight.
In 2 hours that the Aam Aadmi Party has approached the Supreme Court. The first knock got no response. Will the second knock get a response? That is something to be seen. But ladies and gentlemen, for the last 2 months, this has been the speculation, and the Aam Aadmi Party is the one that has been saying it in every press conference, that the Enforcement Directorate is preparing grounds to arrest Arvind Kejriwal, the convener of the Aam Aadmi Party and the Chief Minister of Delhi, one of Prime Minister Modi's fiercest critics. That prediction, ladies and gentlemen, has come through, as it were, and it has come through in a rather dramatic fashion. Was the Aam Aadmi Party expecting a knock at Arvind Kejriwal's residence? Of course they were.
Perhaps they were. Also considering the fact, Shreya,
were they expecting an arrest? I'm not sure about that.
I think they were, because 9 summons have been skipped by the Delhi Chief Minister, and today, after the court said that we cannot stay, that plea on no coercive action being taken against the Chief Minister, I think there was some sort of expectation that perhaps this can happen. This soon? Probably not.
So you already have K. Kavita, who was arrested.
K. Kavita, Sanjay Singh, Manish Sisodia.
So here's the thing: at the ED headquarters, where Arvind Kejriwal will now be taken, Shreya, this is where K. Kavita continues to be present. And one of the things that that the ED will be doing is confronting Aam Aadmi Party Chief Arvind Kejriwal with K. Kavita, because there have been reports that have said that K. Kavita has told the Enforcement Directorate that she did give 100 crore rupees as bribe to Arvind Kejriwal. Has she said it? We don't know. It's a claim that the ED has made. But now what will happen is, one of the big things that will happen is that the ED will confront these 2 leaders. So you have 4 major leaders, big leaders, Isha. You're joining us from outside Arvind Kejriwal's residence. 4 big leaders now under arrest in the alleged liquor gate scam. First, it was Manish Sisodia, then you had Sanjay Singh, then K. Kavita, and now you have Arvind Kejriwal making history as the first sitting Chief Minister in the country to be arrested. Isha, can you tell us what you're seeing around you, and when Arvind Kejriwal will actually be taken out of his residence and taken to the ED headquarters, which is not very far away from where Mr. Kejriwal lives, actually?
Right, Shreya. Currently, I am at Civil Lines. In fact, this is the back gate from where the cavalcade of the joint CP of Delhi, Ravinder Yadav, entered. In fact, this is the gate where the convoy of Ravinder Yadav, the joint CP, entered. And after he entered, after that, a few minutes ago, we got to know that Mr. Kejriwal has been arrested. But at the moment, showing you around here, the visuals, several police personnel are present here. In fact, we are being told that this is the gate from where Arvind Kejriwal will be taken out and then further to the Enforcement Directorate headquarters. But showing you around here the visuals as well, several protesters do attempt to come here, and the police ends up clashing with them. Very dramatic scenes unfold right now on air. The protesters alleging that they are being manhandled by the Delhi police, but then detentions being taken place by the Delhi police at the moment. In fact, a bus filled with protesters was taken away from here a few seconds ago. The Delhi police has in fact barricaded this area completely. This is the back gate, and this is where this is also where Section 144 has been put in place. We are showing you the live visuals here. Arvind Kejriwal is expected to come out any moment. The Delhi police convoy, several vehicles went inside, which was headed by the Joint CP of Delhi, Ravinder Yadav. Several Several of them are still inside. Any moment from now, the Chief Minister of Delhi, the first sitting Chief Minister who has been arrested, will be coming out of this gate. Back to you.
So far, Shreya, that's what we know, that the Delhi Chief Minister is still at his residence. He has still not moved from there. But of course, he will be taken to the ED headquarters now that he's been arrested. He's expected to be produced under the special PMLA court tomorrow. And of course, we'll also have to see what the Supreme Court says. All eyes on the Supreme Court plea that Aam Aadmi Party has given for an urgent hearing. Whether or not that happens tonight, we'll have to see. There is still a lot of uncertainty on that. There is no clarity. But the only clarity right now being the fact that the Delhi Chief Minister has now been arrested.
Now, there's been consistent criticism of the PMLA Act. Opposition parties have gone to court over and over again to say that the government of India is misusing the stringent PMLA Act, under which getting bail is very, very tough against opposition leaders. So that has been a consistent criticism of the government and the PMLA Act. That I assume will continue through this evening and tomorrow as well. But for the moment, Shreya, we are seeing a tweet that is coming in from Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. She's put out a tweet in Hindi barely a minute ago, and I'm going to read it out for our viewers. She says, चुनाव के चलते दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री श्री अरविंद केजरीवाल को इस तरह टारगेट करना एकदम गलत और असंवैधानिक है। राजनीति का स्तर इस तरह से गिरेगा, ना प्रधानमंत्री जी को शोभा देता है, ना उनकी सरकार को। आसिफ भामला, can I ask you here? All right, let's not go to Asif Bhamla. Let's go to Mr. Haider, who is joining us here on the broadcast. All right, I believe none of our guests are through with us. We'll try and possibly patch up with the lawyer, Shreya, who will probably be telling us a little more about what happens next as far as procedure is concerned. But for the moment, what a dramatic evening and what dramatic developments that we have seen over the last 2 hours.
Yes.
Arvind Kejriwal, the Chief Minister of the national capital, Delhi, has finally been arrested. The probe was ordered actually by the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi almost 18 months ago. That is when the governor had asked the CBI to step in and probe the allegations that are coming in of quid pro quo as far as Delhi's excise scheme is concerned. That just by the way, that excise policy just by the way got scrapped, which was one of the criticisms against the Aam Aadmi Party, to say that, hey guys, if there was nothing wrong with that excise policy, why did you scrap it in the first place? So that is where the political actually hammering of the Aam Aadmi Party had begun. After that, of course, we've seen a series of events that have not been very happy events for the Aam Aadmi Party. Some of their biggest leaders under arrest, and now, of course, the head, the biggest of them all, arrested as well.
Yes, so we're slipping into a short break. We continue to get you the latest on this series of dramatic events that have unfolded in the national capital today. Be right back.